Hey, what's up guys? This is Hardy Quest with Chapel Hill Quest Martial Arts and the Ninja Everyday, and I wanted to share with you a couple of self-defense jiu-jitsu techniques that you can use if you find yourself in a fight, not in a jiu-jitsu match, but in a fight on the street. We're going to look at an elbow escape, and we're going to look at utilizing our guard to sweep someone over and get up and get away from them, again, if you find yourself in a fight and not in a jiu-jitsu match. So the first reversal we're going to talk about is one that most of us are fairly familiar with. Is how do we get out of a mount? We call this a buck and roll. People call it a trap and roll. The shorthand version of the name of this move is a upa. People use all kinds of different words to describe it. But what we're going to do is wind up on our back. Our opponent has positioned themselves where they've got both knees on the ground, and maybe they're holding me and choking me or holding me on the ground one way or the other. I'm going to trap this arm, hug it in tight. Trap this foot on the same side. Bridge my hips and roll to the top. From here, I'm still inside his guard, so I'm gonna cover and keep myself nice and separated. From here, I'm gonna jump forward, hip up hard, trapping the arm. I can put my hand right on the flat of his arm, my other arm behind his tricep, hug in tight. Trap his foot, little side crunch, bridge, make him worry about his face. Come over, keep from getting punched, pop, ride the roller coaster here, push him forward, and you wind up right in this knee on belly position, and you can jump out from there. As a finishing alternative, rather than rolling over into the top guard position, once he loses his balance, if his feet aren't tight, you can just roll the other way. So trap this side, roll and separate. From here, I can address this get up position and go ahead and get back to my feet from there. We're going to look at one of the most important techniques that you can learn from your back, and it's called the elbow escape. So we'll start underneath our opponent this way. And there are quicker escapes from here. One is to trap this hand and bridge and bump them off. And I would advise trying that one first. As you attempt that one, if it doesn't work, if you can't lock their leg or you're too tired, you find yourself in a position where fatigue is starting to settle in, we're going to go for this elbow escape. I'm going to make sure my elbow is tight to the inside of his thigh, straight down, and my top hand is going to come across. So I'm making a 90-degree frame right on his hip. I'd like to lay on my side facing that frame just a little bit. I want to make sure I don't bring my shoulders all the way over so he gets behind me. My foot needs to go in between his feet. I like to take this and press his knee out a bit, and see that starts to manipulate his balance. Then I can use my other foot to reach over and pull his foot in the middle, or I could reach under and pull his foot in the middle. And either of those two methods work. If one doesn't work, the other one will. I'm gonna switch hands, scoot my hip out. So make some space, swing my head away, staying on my side, pull my leg free, and then I can get my feet up as a shield. I can wrap it around to contain him if he's moving in, or I can start moving into other attacks and techniques that we may want to use from there. I'm going to make my frame, drop my leg and turn. Bend my knee and hook his foot to get it to the center and get my leg out. Hip away, stay on my side, pull my leg free at this point, and then utilize whatever defensive guard position you want to try to utilize from here. This drill is how to defend strikes from the guard after you do an elbow escape. And it's a very important sequence to study because this is how you want to deal with punches if you find yourself on the bottom. Don't try to block these strikes. You're not going to win that fight. He's going to slide up, he's going to hold you down. First, try your bridge, try your buck and roll. And if it doesn't work, immediately shift into your elbow escape. He's probably still punching. So keep moving and keep covered till you find yourself in your guard position. If he throws the punch, pull him off balance, wrap him up. If he really wants to sit up, let him sit up and block him here. Catch those arms, hold him and then dump him. Kick. And out. Start this escape with some intensity and maintain the intensity so that he can't establish a striking base to hit you from. And then get him out of the fight as quickly as you can.